All right, I'm gonna restart this video because it has been absolutely chaotic trying to get the camera stabilized, trying to get it leveled, trying to get everything else set up. So I'm gonna restart. Today is dunk day, and it's gonna be me, Austin, Isaiah. There's gonna be another guy, Kevin, and probably another athlete from I think like Brazil who's like a volleyball player. But apparently he's super bouncy, and I'm excited to see him jump. Apparently he has like a 47-inch vertical. He did a double up E-spay and it didn't even look like he really pushed off. Kind of jumps like Hiram and Travis. If you guys have ever seen them jump, it's a really small penultimate step. Technically not my favorite, but gotta make this light. But you know, they seem like they're super talented, or he seems like he's very talented. And I think that a lot of the time is fun regardless, no matter the style, even though I prefer to see someone with good technique. Sometimes you don't get that. John told me ETA 140. I'm in traffic. The boys are going to be upset. So yeah, he's going to be there. As far as what I have planned, as you guys know, I tweaked my adductor earlier in the week, and I wanted to initially load that tissue. I thought about low rimming, and I thought about potentially just lifting today instead of actually having a dunk session. Obviously, our sport is dunking, right? So if you want to get better at dunking, you have to dunk. If you want to get better at throwing a baseball, you got to throw a baseball. You want to get better at hitting a golf ball, you got to hit a golf ball. You guys see my point. And I want to have a good dunk session, but because my vertical is so, I guess variable is maybe a good way of saying, not variable, but it's contingent on how I'm feeling. If I don't feel 100% and I can't push 100%, I'm not going to be able to tap into all of my output. And the closer I get to that 100%, the more that things start to fall apart. And this is, maybe it's part of getting older, but I mean, it was still kind of true when I was in high school and stuff. I just didn't have as many like weird chronic injuries. Like I didn't worry about my hamstring jumping. It was always my knee. I was just more robust, and you have less injuries when you're younger. And so the number one thing that determines if you're going to get injured is, have you been injured before in that specific area? So for me, because I've tested so many different things, like I've tested speed jumping off my right leg, off my left leg. I've tested a bunch of crazy stimuli in the weight room for, you know, accentuated eccentrics. I've tried plyos. I've tried loads that other people otherwise probably shouldn't do or haven't been able to do. And as a result, I've kind of I've hurt myself a lot of times testing things just to learn. Like, I think when you are in human performance at the level that I'm at, right, you are exposed to so many different systems. You're exposed to so many different types of athletes. And when you're as obsessive as I am about improvement, what can happen is you can try to get to a level that maybe isn't even genetically possible, but you almost don't know unless you try. So for me, like, I would be willing to do things and test things that other people would never do. And I would never recommend other athletes do, but I would still try to do it myself because I would want to see, you know, does this work? Or is this something that maybe has value? So, you know, I would, like I said, I would try things, and honestly, they would usually either fatigue me to a point where it was like not good for my health, or it would end up leading to an injury, or it would, you know, cause whatever other issue. Like, I'll give you one specific anecdote. We were playing with the K-Box. The K-Box had just came out. I don't know if you guys know what it is, from Eccentrics. And we were like, well, people were doing a lot of rhythm quarter squats on them. And the idea behind the K-Box is when you stand up, you generate inertia on the wheel, and then it changes direction, pulls you down, and then you stop that momentum, and then you stand up again, right? So you can only load the wheel. You could put more wheels on, but that just means it has more inertia, meaning there's more resistance initially for you to move, and it takes more force to get the wheel spinning faster. Whereas when the wheel's spinning faster, you can generate more inertia. You typically will, it'll be less forceful because of the force-time relationship, or force-velocity relationship in muscles, meaning the higher the velocity, force-velocity curve, the higher the velocity, the less force you can generate concentrically. But that's how you generate force in the wheel. That's how you generate inertia in the wheel is pushing up on it really hard. So if you have a really heavy wheel, that means you're going to be able to generate more inertia that you can push against because, golly boy, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. Thank you. All right. So, it gives you more inertia to resist against eccentrically. So we were testing this out. I think there were like 3 different sizes for wheels. We put one big wheel and I think a medium-sized wheel, or maybe 2 big wheels on it. That's a lot of inertia. So this whole time I'm like, we're doing this wrong. Like, there's a better way to load this. I was like, what we should do is we should do it as single reps, and we should try to load the concentric phase by having someone push up on me, or I can push up as hard as I can. And that way, the energy that we stop is going to be higher than the energy that I put into the wheel concentrically, right? So the wheel pulls you back down. So we do this, I have people pull up on me, I push up as hard as I can, and then I try to stop it. But not only do I try to stop it, I wait until I'm in a compromised leveraged position to get peak eccentric force. So my knees at this time are not really great. And I tried to stop this wheel, and holy hell, it felt like my knee was going to absolutely explode. Probably one of the most painful experiences I've ever had. That was 2016 or something like that. And that set me back for a while. But at the time I thought, I'm not gonna be an Olympian. I'm not gonna be a world-class dunker. I'm not gonna be, relevant in any space as an athlete. I wanna learn, how can I use this for other athletes, or is this like even applicable for other athletes? So from that experience, I basically learned I wouldn't do that for other athletes. It's not worth it. The risk is way higher than the reward. So yeah, I have all these little nagging injuries that I sometimes have to work through. One of them is this adductor. This happened, I think, during COVID. I was doing reverse lunges, and I had, it was probably like, 110 kilos on the bar, doing step back lunges. So I step back, and I go to stand up, and I feel this like grabbing sensation. I'm like, what the hell? And then I realized, I just pulled my adductor balancing on this reverse lunge. So then the other day I was doing tamales, as you guys know, switched legs really quick, and then I felt that grabbing sensation again. I was like, shit, what am I gonna do now? Cut the session, go to jump the other day after hooping. Everything seems fine, go to jump again, grabbing sensation happens again. And I'm like, okay, this is a stupid injury. The adductor is not like a knee extensor. It does cross the hip joint on the inside of your leg, and it does kind of come down across the knee. Who knows if it's that's the adductor magnus. It could be the gracilis. It could be the pectineus. There's a bunch of small adducting muscles that are up in your like high upper inner thigh. And I don't know which one it is, but I know it's adduction. So I obviously loaded it this week, but when you load something, you have to be careful because, like I said, you fatigue it. So yesterday, I did a really easy day. I didn't load it at all. The day before that, I did cable work on it, and I didn't really feel it too much. Today, I don't really feel it too much, but lifting is not as intense as jumping. Obviously, jumping is going to be the most intense thing that you basically can do. So, coming into the session today, I'm going to see how it feels. If it doesn't feel good, what I'll probably do is jump off my right leg, do some speed jumping, maybe 2 foot, or I'll just try to get some reps in. Like I said, I was going to low rim just to get the volume in. Probably should have, but I didn't. It is what it is. Isaiah and Austin wanted to be on this height. I think Austin, if his knee is okay, he has potential to jump really high today because we figured out his hip, which is exciting for him. Isaiah's knee is feeling amazing, A-okay, his meniscus. So in a week's time, we basically fixed 2 catastrophic injuries for those 2 guys, which is really exciting. But I'll show you guys the session. We'll see how it goes. I'll kind of reconvene. Praying that adductor stays, in good condition today. I think it will, but I have to. Just got to be aware of it. I have to be aware of it. Like I said, worst case scenario, I'll get some speed jumping reps in. You guys, if you don't know what speed jumping is, it's where the foot flicks backwards before you jump, and yeah, that'll be it. So I'll see you guys at the gym. I'll try to talk to you guys, but we might be having conversations and stuff, so we'll see. I'll probably include my dunks in this, or my jumps at least, and then maybe Austin's. If Austin jumps well, we'll throw it on Isaiah's channel. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the gym. Ooh, what?
Bro. Bro. Sorry, Mike. Everything has to be a low fucking lob, like sprinting at it. Bro. That's gonna work though. That's what's gonna work today. I can send that and I won't get hurt. I'll definitely include that. Is that 11D? The lobs are just too far that way. I can't get the height. Every time I throw it, it's low and it travels that way instead of going straight up. I'm like dialed in. I just gotta focus. I just gotta focus and figure this out. Lob it, don't throw it. Still like low. Give me 1 second. I gotta breathe. The jumps are good. It's just like every lob is just a little off. Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna just do that 10,000 times. It's fine. No, it's me. It's me. So that's a totally different approach. I'm like straight vertical, really short steps. That's all arms though, bro. Like the best case is when I have space and I can do that. Because I can back up a little bit, throw it a little higher. That's when it's so good. I'm gonna just keep dunking until I get it. I'm getting angry, bro. So now I'm bracing hard. I'm out of breath as a result. So that brace is huge. The lob wasn't working. My cue was not working. But bracing is working. Finally. All right. I'm gonna get some big ones. Ooh! For some reason, it's that brace. If I brace, it's like the timing, everything comes together. Oh! Oh! Oh no! Come on, come on.